everyone, Meep Reads here. Welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be reviewing both Nerd Camp and Nerd Camp 2.0. If you enjoy this video, be sure to subscribe and click on the bell so you're notified when a new video comes out. First, I'm going to start with Nerd Camp. Nerd Camp by Alyssa Brent Wiseman is 261 pages long and it's realistic fiction. Next, I'll tell you about the summary. Gabe is so excited because he just got accepted into the Summer Center for Gifted Enrichment. Basically, 6 weeks of extra school. But there's only one problem. Gabe's cool soon-to-be stepbrother, Zach, is really excited for Gabe, but he doesn't know that Gabe is a nerd. So, Gabe has to tell him all of the cool stuff about camp without mentioning the nerdy stuff. I recommend this book for 10 to 13-year-olds. The reason I rated it this way is because Gabe is 10, so I thought that was a good age to start with. And then only to 13 because Gabe has some problems that only kids in this area will understand. I give the length an 8. Sometimes while reading this book, I thought it was going to be way too long, and at some parts of this book, I thought it was going to be way too short. But in the end, it turned out to be kind of in the middle. I give the flow an 8 because everything moved along very well, but there were parts where I really wanted a twist to happen, and that twist didn't really come. I give the storytelling a 7 because the plot was good, but like I said before, you kind of knew what was going to happen. So I took some points off because it was sort of based on one principle the whole time. I give the ending a 10. I love the ending because all of Gabe's problems are solved and it teaches you a lesson. That lesson is that you should learn to accept yourself no matter what other people think of you. And this lesson really hit close to home for me because that's happened before, whether it being with this channel or just me as a person, and that's why I really liked it. I give the characters an 8. I liked all of the main and supporting characters, but I wanted a couple more. I felt like that there weren't enough. There were only a ton of background characters, but we didn't really get that many supporting characters. I give the length an 8, the flow an 8, the storytelling a 7, the ending a 10, the characters an 8, making the total for the first book 41 points. Okay, now we're done with reviewing Nerd Camp, so now let's review Nerd Camp 2.0. Nerd Camp 2.0, also by Alyssa Brent Wiseman, has 282 pages, and it's also a realistic fiction. Now for the summary. Gabe is so excited to be going back to the Summer Center for Gifted Enrichment. Zach, Gabe's stepbrother, is also really excited because he gets to go to Camp Seneca, a 6-week sleepaway camp that's based on sports and really fun activities. But when the Camp Seneca campground burns down and the Summer Center for Gifted Enrichment decides to share their space, Gabe and Zach have to figure out how to keep their friendship close in this all-out war between the two camps. I won't take too long with age range because it's the exact same thing as the first book, ages 10 to 13. I give the length a 10 because I didn't need anything else in this book. It was completely wrapped up for me and I really enjoyed it. Speaking about the length of the series, there's actually a third book, which I'll do a review later on. But I really hope that there are more books in the series, but I think that we've seen all of the books that are going to be in it. I give the flow a 10 because there were a ton of twists and turns in the plot, unlike the first Nerd Camp. I give the storytelling a 10 because it was so great and I never got bored anywhere while reading it. And this is a really good book to read when you have no other good books around. I give the ending a 7. At the end of Nerd Camp, it wrapped everything up and it taught you a lesson. In Nerd Camp 2.0, all it did was it just wrapped it up. And I liked the ending, but I didn't like it that much, so that's why I gave it a 7. I give the characters a 9. And Alyssa Brent Wiseman did add a few more characters in this second book, but I still wanted more, so that's why I took a point off. I give the length a 10. The flow a 10. The storytelling, a 10. The ending, a 7. The characters, a 9. For the total for this book to be 46. That is going to wrap up this double review for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe. And also, I want to know your book review ideas, so be sure to DM me at Meep_reads on Instagram.